Hi, good morning and a warm welcome to the Cryptometal Market Report. Today is Wednesday the 25th of November. We're going to be talking about gold, silver, copper, nickel and of course Bitcoin. Okay, good morning. Basically looking at gold, we have had a retracement back into the support area below the long-term support, this 1850 we've discussed ad nauseum. And we're still in the bull flag on this monthly chart, and we're coming down into this area of support. If you remember, going back to the 30th of October, I mentioned for I think it was Halloween that we expected a retracement back into the 1700s, which we've now seen. It's bounced into below the support area of 1800 into this channel here, which will provide some support. And we're looking at probably around 1765, this kind of bottom here. We go into a daily chart now. So yeah, looking at the daily chart, you can see the 200-day moving average has provided support in this area of supports here, going back to sort of July time and August. July, middle of July, and it bounced off this 200-day moving average. We are looking at some of the indicators, so the MACD and the stochastics are looking pretty negative at the minute. It feels like it needs to travel a bit lower, and naturally this kind of area of support at the bottom, we've got a number of touches here, and going back in previous left hand side of the graph previous times, there's a lot of support around this area. If it drops through this, then we are looking at the next area is probably around about the lows that we saw in March, which is sort of 1450. I don't think it'll go that low. I think with depending on the consolidation and what goes on here and the stimulus, which we would expect now that Trump has at least given some political openness to Biden to come in and start sort of a transfer of power, things can start to happen hopefully on the stimulus front, particularly with the coronavirus pandemic. So news coming out, we've got the Fed meeting shortly. All of that is probable that's going to put pressure on politicians, and we've in the UK today we've got the Chancellor speaking and talking about stimulus. So there's a number of things around the world happening that's going to weaken currency, in particular the dollar in America, which is needed for this particular market. But let's move on to silver. Same story really for silver. We had this breakout in the bull flag on this daily chart, which, as we discussed, it's formed another sort of area of support, which it's now fallen through, and it's tracking down here again to the 200-day moving average and support around about the kind of 2165, 21 sort of 50 level. Now that's a very strong area of support. It's held up relative to gold extremely well. And the miners and our portfolios within Cryptometal Research have actually made money in these environments, which is quite unusual, but there's various individual stories going on there for the selections. But bottom line is that we do expect this to retrace slightly. It doesn't need to, but it's going to take its lead from gold, and I think the 200-day moving average is probably going to act as a bit of a magnet in the short term and move this area of support sort of along before it's able to break out of this zone. But we are long-term bullish on this metal, as we are with gold, and we fully expect into December direction to be sort of come to the fore from what's going on around the world. So copper, copper's had a run and a breakthrough of some high, a recent high level going back into sort of 2018. Middle of 2018 was the last time we saw this with copper. Just basically, it's bounced off there, it's retraced a bit, but we're very bullish. The electric vehicle story is driving demand for this metal around the world. China and the bounce back from the virus, the economy is getting stronger, and this is a barometer of the strength of the global economy. As the copper price is getting higher, it's looking good for the economy generally. Things are going to get back to normal eventually with the vaccine, we would hope, and although that won't be until probably the middle part of next year, summertime, I think economies are seeing the forward pricing of this and are gearing up for some serious gains around the world really. Copper's no different, so we're very bullish on this. The miners in particular, a lot of them also hold gold. They tend to mine these metals, and they tend to lie in very similar areas around the world. And there's several miners that have got kind of bivalent mines where they've got access to two different or more metals where they're going to benefit from that. So we look for that within our portfolio with Cryptometal research. Moving on to nickel. Nickel again very strong. We've got this strong bullish channel that it broke out back in March at the bottom of the pandemic sell-off, and it's gradually made its way up there. MACD and stochastics are still very bullish, so we don't see any change here. It's had a small retracement as copper has, and we expect this to push on in the near term to previous highs around 1300. So watch out for nickel. Bitcoin. What can we say about Bitcoin? Well, we're very close indeed to meeting the all-time high back in December 2017. It's been a long time coming for people that have sat through this, the hodlers, and we expect in short order for us to get into and above the all-time high. Now, at that point, we do expect a consolidation which could form a handle to this cup area before it presses on. But next year we're expecting big things. At Cryptometal Research, our members have already made over 100% return in the last week from our portfolio of cryptocurrencies and coins, altcoins, DeFi coins, etc., tokens. We've got a portfolio of many different ones and speculative ones as well, and we discuss how to invest in those safely and securely for your own future portfolio using a very small percentage of your overall portfolio. But not having money in this asset class now is not a good idea. Moving into the blockchain era, this blockchain is going to be bigger than the internet. It's going to drive, even central banks are looking at this. There's certain currencies which are forming allegiances with banks, and those need to be monitored very closely and invested in. So there's an awful lot going on here. It isn't for the faint of heart. You do need support and guidance, and we can provide that at Cryptometal Research. Looking at our portfolios and how they're structured, we are set up for this next level of bull run, which we were just about to go into. 2021 is going to be an extremely positive year for cryptometals and metals in general, and this is the time to be looking at crypto metals. If we just take a look with Bitcoin at the daily chart, as you can see here, we've had a rising wedge forming. Price has gone sideways over the last few days. It's been pushing and pushing to try and get up to the all-time highs, which it nearly did yesterday. We've had a retracement, which the bulls have come in. A lot of positive stories, as we've discussed here regularly with PayPal, the amount of Bitcoin they're buying and taking a supply. Grayscale Trust, MicroStrategies, a number of other large hedge fund managers, billionaires around the world are all buying large numbers. It's seen in the blockchain, the numbers of coins that are being bought and held and moved out into wallets. That is a long-term buy and hold strategy, and a lot of people are doing this now. Retail investors are coming in, and via PayPal, millions of people are now accessing this, and along with other exchanges as well. So we do expect us to push through the all-time high, but we do expect a sideways or small retracement before it presses on again. And now is the time to be looking at it to take positions in this particular cryptocurrency, but also many other altcoins, because a rising tide raises all ships, and there's a number of others, but you do need to know which ones have got the fundamentals to drive and survive this complicated environment. There are over 10,000 coins now in cryptocurrency and tokens. Lots of other things coming to the fore. 99% of them are not going to make it. So you do need to have some guidance from people who understand this marketplace and can see where things are going, where the demand is, and have got their finger on the pulse. Okay, just to end on, don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos. We do try and get the metal markets report out 2 or 3 times a week, and if there's any changes, we do updates. In addition, we've got some reports which you may be interested in, looking into the background to Bitcoin and gold and energy metals. So have a look at those, have a look at our website, and get in touch with us if you're interested to find out more. So I've been John Hammond. This has been the Cryptometal Market Report. Thanks for watching. At Cryptometalresearch.com we have a number of services to educate and inform you on how to benefit from the financial reset in this massive bull market. We fully expect our portfolio to return multiple double digits in the huge financial reset we're going through. The risks are high, but so are the returns for those with industry connections. We have years of trading experience to support you during your journey. Our services include Cryptometal Premier, a full done-for-you service for the time poor who see the massive potential of having your assets realigned to benefit from the next big investment boom. We do everything for you so you can sit back, relax and watch your assets appreciate. Cryptometal Partner, a done-with-you educational service for those who want to be involved and learn how to benefit from this massive opportunity and receive signals of when to get in and out of your positions to maximise your profits. Cryptometal Portfolio, a do-it-yourself solution so you can learn and apply the portfolio to your investments directly without any support or assistance. Cryptometal Pulse, a signal service direct to your inbox as and when the market dictates, combining decades of technical analysis trading within your broader Cryptometal portfolio. Cryptometal Personal, a virtual one-to-one for those who want to know more, want to discuss their personal situation and investigate what Cryptometalresearch.com's investor education can do for you and your financial wealth.